Tea is the most popular beverage in the world, as well as one of the healthiest. Since the discovery of tea in China, it has traveled the world, conquering the thirst of virtually every country on the planet. Long before tea was commercially introduced into India by the British, in an attempt to break the Chinese monopoly, the indigenous tribes based in the valleys of northeast India were already using it.
More name to Raskumar Bishanong Singpho. Tani dinner pra agor pra porompra amaloke sa khaye. Aji amar eta bura buri hulake British jitu bisagame sa disil buli koise. Hetu বহুত ধন্যবাদ এই আজি অসম বুৰঞ্জীতে এই অন্তৰ্ভুক্ত হৈছে.
The story goes that it was Maniram Devan, an Assamese nobleman in British India, who informed the British about the tea grown and consumed by the Singpho people, which was hitherto unknown to the rest of the world. In the early 1820s, Maniram Devan directed the cultivators Robert Bruce and his brother Charles Alexander Bruce to the local Singpho chief Bisaga. They then took the tea plants from the Singpho king and started the commercial tea plantation in Assam. Although Singphos have been using it indigenously, it was Charles Bruce who actually started the commercial plantation.
Tea has been in Assam from times immemorial. The Singphos tribe specifically have been drinking tea. Although they had not been cultivating it, they were harnessing, they were plucking the leaves directly from the trees which grew wild in Assam. And they were drinking the infusion, they were making an infusion out of the leaves and drinking the tea. The Singphos unfortunately did not really actually get much, they've not actually got the credit they should be getting for, especially in India, for being the originators of tea drinking.
During the early days, rivers and small rivulets were the only means of transport for the tea industry. And so the commercialization of tea led to the establishment of railways. With its first station at Dibrugarh, and it was because of the need of the tea industry that the subsequent discovery of coal and oil followed in Assam. As tea industry grew in the valley, the requirement for an organization to represent the collective interest led to the formation of Assam Valley Tea Association on 29th October 1889 in Jorhat Gymkhana Club. Later to be named as the Assam branch of Indian Tea Association under the Indian Tea Association ITA.
This is an organization which was formed to render professional services to tea planters in the Assam Valley. The father of the association was John Buckingham, who was our first chairman for 16 years. Thereafter, the association has taken a course of true professionalism and has journeyed for 125 years to be here today. The offices of the ABITA were first located in Jorhat at Kokilamukh, and thereafter the ABITA was formed officially at the Jorhat Gymkhana Club.
Assam Branch Indian Tea Association, it's a branch of Indian Tea Association. Like under Indian Tea Association, there are several branches. This is the biggest branch, Assam Branch Indian Tea Association. We have got 277 gardens, and we control about more than 50% of the tea in Assam. You know, tea industry in Assam has been doing for the last more than 100 years a lot of welfare work for the people of Assam. But not in an organized way, but from 1990, we started a social welfare scheme under ABITA in an organized manner, and we spend annually more than ₹1 crore on various development work, like in the field of education, in the field of health, in the field of sports, agriculture, and others.
The ABITA has its headquarters at Guwahati. We have 3 zones at Dibrugarh, Jorhat, and Tezpur. ABITA Zone 1 is the largest.
The ABITA has an illustrious history and has become one of the most revered organizations of its stature.
I joined tea in 1954. In 1981, I came to Assam. Then I was associated with ABITA, and since then I am associated with ABITA.
During the Second World War, it was ABITA which had helped build the Stilwell Road from Lidu to Pangsu Pass and even the Dimapur-Imphal Road. The tea planters and their families had consequently helped thousands of refugees during the Second World War. And even today, when there's any natural calamities, ABITA still does their bit in extending help in whatever form possible. The Camilla magazine, which is a planter's in-house journal, also has seen a steep rise in circulation because of the timely help provided by ABITA.
ABITA has always been a part and parcel of the Camellia by funding it. Sandeep Ghosh has been with us as an advisor and coordinator since its inception. The ABITA chairman, past and present, have been a big support in keeping this magazine going.
Since its inception, ABITA has taken active initiative in the welfare of not only the tea workers but others in the surroundings as well.
I have been associated with ABITA for more than 10 years. And I would like to say that the primary job of ABITA is to give legal advice to their gardens. In spite of all this, they have taken utmost care to interact with the local people, whether it be it sports, culture, or whenever there has been a disaster, they have come forward to help us. We always seek the help of ABITA and they always come forward. They have helped us in making an indoor table tennis hall, and whenever we have any tournaments, the secretary himself gets involved and gives us advice. And though we get financial help, if not much, but at least their presence is felt in every tournament whichever we have here. Recently we had a national women's football tournament in Dibrugarh. It's a women's football that was first time in Dibrugarh. ABITA helped us in organizing and they helped us financially also.
Indian Tea Association has got three parts: the ABITA, Assam Branch Indian Tea Association, the Surma Valley Tea Association, the DBITA, Duars Valley Tea Association. But the Assam ABITA is the biggest one. So and then they have got, for the economically background and below poverty line people who are staying by the side of the tea gardens, they used to have those different in the schools. They made libraries, then they had health clinics, and they helped them in that way also. Another thing they did was to teach them how to, for in Assam, we have got only one crop, and then in between, for 9 or 8 or 9 months, the land lays fallow. So then they taught them how to do sunflower cultivation and other kind of rabi cultivation and all that. So it is a kind of, people, they want to do it, but they don't know how to do it and what to do it. So it is the ITA and the ABITA which has helped them to do that.
The Gramin Krishi Unnayan Prakalpo is one such example where ABITA has been providing technical know-how, seeds and financial help to farmers for both agriculture and sericulture in the neighboring villages.
My name is Menon. I am the Khantighator Deputy Atmohara Gutor Egaraki Hohaneti. আমি তাত সৰিয়হ খেতি কৰিছোঁ আমাৰ গোটত আমাক ABITA যথেষ্টখিনি সহায় সহযোগ কৰিছে তেখেতলোকৰ সহায় সহযোগত আমি যথেষ্টখিনি উন্নতি কৰিব পাৰিছোঁ
ABITA আমাক ৰিলিং স্পেৰিং আৰু উইভিং প্ৰশিক্ষণ মেচিন দি আমাক প্ৰশিক্ষণো দিছে আৰু বৰ্তমান এই প্ৰশিক্ষণৰ কাম চলি আছে আৰু কৰ্ম আমাৰ চলি আছে
ABITA has been working towards the welfare of not only their management but workers as well.
ABITA is one of the good association of the planters. They not only busy themselves with the day-to-day dispute and the industrial relation, they also dedicated themselves for the overall development of the tea industry, including the welfare of tea garden workers. ABITA has taken some of the pioneering steps in the welfare of the tea garden worker in association with the Government of India in regard to the family planning way back in 1950s.
Tea is the main industry of Assam. It is a labor-intensive industry, and more than 10 lakhs workers are directly involved in this industry. অসমত বিশেষকৈ অসমত চাহ উদ্যোগৰ লগত জড়িত দুটা পক্ষ নিয়োজিত আৰু নিয়োক্তা এই দুটা পক্ষৰ যেটো পাৰস্পৰিক বুজাপৰা তাৰ মাজেদি যিবিলাক সমস্যা সমাধান কৰা যেটো প্ৰক্ৰিয়া যে দ্বিপাক্ষিক যেটো প্ৰক্ৰিয়া সেই যেটো কালেক্টিভ বাৰ্গেনিং যেটো প্ৰক্ৰিয়াই উদ্যোগিক সমন্বয় আৰু সম্বন্ধ ৰক্ষা কৰাত বিশেষকৈ নিয়োক্তা পক্ষৰ ABITA যাক অসম ভাষা ভাৰতীয় চাহ সন্থাই যি বলিষ্ঠ পদক্ষেপ লৈ আহিছে তাৰ কাৰণে নিশ্চয় এই প্ৰশংসনীয়।
Their family welfare program in partnership with UNICEF, where nutrition, mother and child care, and education are taken care of, is an example worth mentioning.
Their association with UNICEF for the mother and child care of the plantation workers. And this proved their sincerity and also their social responsibility, corporate social responsibility towards their workers.
The partnership of ABITA with ETP has helped hundreds of families by providing them with toilets, which is a shining example of the ongoing Swachh Bharat Abhiyan.
মোৰ নাম ফ্ৰান্সিছ ৰত্ন, মোৰ ডিংটি ষ্টেটৰ আমাৰ ATPS এইটো টয়লেটটো দিয়াৰ কাৰণে আমাৰ ঘৰৰ কাৰণে বহুত সুবিধা হৈছে।
আৰু ABITA যেটো ৰোল প্লে কৰি আছে, I think it's a splendid job has been performed by ABITA. First of all, যেনেকৈ যেটো আমি যে এখন প্লান্টেশন লেবাৰ এক্ট এখন আমি ফলো কৰিব লাগে, সেই প্লান্টেশন লেবাৰ এক্টখন very people friendly, মানে জনতা ৰাইজৰ সুবিধাৰ কাৰণে বনোৱা এটা এখন গাইডলাইন হয়, এখন এক্ট হয়। আৰু যেটো ABITA চাই যাতে এইটো ভালকে বাগানবোৰত এনফোৰ্স হয়। আৰু যাৰ ফলত দেখা যায় বৰ্তমান যেটো চাহৰ উদ্যোগ আছে অসমত স্পেচিয়েলি ABITA এছ'চিয়েশ্যনটো যেটো আছে সবতকে এডভান্স বুলি ক'ব পাৰি, কাৰণ যিখিনি ছ'চিয়েল ৱেলফেয়াৰ কামত যিমান ধৰণে তেখেতসকলে আমি ABITA এছ'চিয়েট হৈ থাকে ৰাইজৰ বহুত উপকাৰ হৈছে।
ABITA also helps in the promotion of cultural heritage of Assam. Sports is another sector where ABITA has been actively involved in Assam.
See, in this more than 150 years of the tea plantation's existence or the tea industry's existence, sports in the form of sports as a recreation was very important. And initially, you see, it started mainly with polo and tennis in the later part of the 19th century, which gradually got consolidated into other forms of sports like cricket, soccer, golf, which has come in a big way. Then we also had some hockey. Apart from that, squash. The Chamari Cup is very popular, and it is played in the middle of January every year at Tejpur Station Club. Is the final match rather is played at Tejpur Station Club, and this trophy is being used for the Chamari Cup for almost the last 90 to 100 years. And the trophy is a magnificent piece of silver trophy, and it is kept at one of the safe locations at Tejpur. Sports as a means of recreation has been very important for the tea industry in its evolution and its journey over the last 150 years.
The Toklai Tea Research Institute in Jorhat, funded by the ITA, is one of its kind in the world.
Tea research in the country is very closely associated with the Indian Tea Association. We are at the Toklai Tea Experimental Station, currently called the Toklai Tea Research Institute. This organization, this particular institute was organized and initiated by the Indian Tea Association in the year 1911. So we have completed more than 100 years of research on tea in this part of the country. The tea industry in Northeast India has greatly been benefited by the contributions of the Tea Research Association, which was earlier under the Indian Tea Association. Now we have research on all aspects of tea, right starting from the discovery, or rather the development of different planting materials, especially the TV series which we have completed, and so also on different aspects of tea research, plant improvement, plant physiology, pest and disease management, tea chemistry and tea manufacture. So the whole gamut of tea cultivation is being researched by the Tea Research Association, which was earlier as a part of the Indian Tea Association.
In present-day scenario, where climate change is a major issue with the entire world, ABITA takes a step ahead and has recently organized a 2-day symposium on climate change.
We have right now started off our 125th year with a seminar on climate, where we had scientists from all over India, including the Vice Chancellor from Guwahati and the Chairman Director from TRA. And this was, as I said, the variety of work which the ABITA is amazing.
If one looks at the history of ABITA's glorious 125 years of existence, it is quite noticeable that ABITA took a holistic interest in the growth of the tea industry.
It's become very happy for me to remember my association with ABITA. I wish the ABITA for their dedication service, and also look forward that they will continue keep the good industrial relation in the tea industry, also dedicate themselves for the welfare of the tea garden workers.
The 120 years is coming, so they should, people should know what ABITA and ITA is doing for the good of the people.
Our earnest request to ABITA is to keep up the good work which they are doing in sports, social, and during the time of disaster, they help to the extent.
And now I am the secretary of the association of the ABITA at Guwahati. I have put in almost 31 years of service with the association, and I have enjoyed my stay and my interaction with the planters.
Long live ABITA. It is a wonderful institution which I hope sustains for another 100 years.
Yeah, ABITA is as I earlier mentioned, it is sort of a forum for the planters, all the planters. It's an association of the planters. It is an interface between the government, the unions, the public at large.
And now, ABITA is celebrating 125th year of its existence this very year.
ABITA.
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 ABITA.